Everyone, doing a short knife commentary, initial reaction, not really a review, just received this knife. First off, I'm going to start out with the image of the knife where the blade is extended. This is a zero tolerance 0551 model. So it is a collaboration with Hinderer and zero tolerance, and the model number is 0551 again. It is a limited production run of about 1,000 units. I believe they will be coming out with a normal production run knife. I think it's called the 550. But right now the 551's released, and really the big difference from what I understand between the two knives is that the 550 will just have a different version of the steel. This is LMAX steel and with a stonewashed finished blade. I'm not going to pretend that I know a whole lot about the steel. I understand it is just a premium or not often used steel. It is, they say it holds an edge well, and it is fairly corrosion resistant. That's just about it, and that's all I've really had time to read about. So the specs on the knife: the overall length 8 inches, blade length is 3.5 inches, the thickness of it is 0.156, that's the blade thickness. Okay, the handle is G10 here. It is a kind of almost a concealed carry G10, meaning a smooth G10, but they've carved in some ridges into it to make it not as slick. So that it's definitely an interesting handle. I'm not sure I'm sold on it yet, but that's what it is. And then the other side is titanium. The titanium is 68L4V style titanium, which I believe is the normal kind they use in most knives handles. And what else? It's 5.8 ounces, so it is kind of a heavy knife. I think most of the zero tolerance line are. It is a frame lock, very thick frame at that, and you can see that it has the normal Hinderer lock stop, and pocket clip that's pretty high, and I kind of like that. It has the barrel spacers within the knife, and that's a cool design, open design. What else? The pocket clip is 4 positions, so here, 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 and here. Has a pretty large lanyard hole there, and the knife is definitely sharp. Let's see here. It is still breaking in for me. The blade is fairly easy to open with the thumb studs. The lock bar is still breaking in, but that's the same as the Striders. They're never super smooth when you get them. Okay, so these are pretty hard to find, so you may have to find them on the secondary market. Get yourself on a waiting list if they still have some. What else? I do like the blade design. It's pretty basic. It's you know, good handy design. Has nice jumping up top. The thumb studs are flat and even across the back of the handle. What else? There's not a whole lot more to say. I mean, the titanium is on both sides, kind of behind the G10 here, and it's skeletonized. I mean, meaning it's not a full slab of titanium on the G10 side, rather. You know, you could say this is the poor man's XM18 to some extent. It's not exactly the same profile or design, but you know what? Look at this. Put it down, next one, and it is very, very, very similar. I'm sure that was intentional. So if you look at the specs of the XM18, it's 8.24 inches versus the 8 inches of the 551. Blade thickness 0.65, and the thickness of the 551 is 0.56. Blade length is exactly the same, 3.5. The weight is exactly the same. The XM18 actually felt a little lighter in the hand, but I looked up the specs. At least what the internet's saying is 5.8 ounces. The steel types are different, but I'm sure both are very nice. Now the difference here is obviously the final finishing. The XM18 is just, you know, it is completely handmade, and I'm assuming at least the you can tell these were, you know, probably started out as very similar knives, but the final stages of the knife creation are probably a hair different, in that the XM18, it just, you know, feels really good when you hold it, and the lock is ultra smooth. Of course, this has a flipper design too, though. That's a big difference, but it's just extremely smooth to open. Look at this. You would think it was an automatic knife or something with how fast that flies open with the thumb stud. So it's just that final touch, you know, of refinement that probably also makes it a little bit more expensive. Maybe not a little bit more expensive, but a lot more expensive. But this review is about the 551, and you know, I called it a review there, but my initial impression is I think it's, if you just don't have the funds for an XM18, this is a great one to get. I think it's a fun to have in the collection either way. I'm happy I got it, and you know, it's really, price-wise, it's not too far off from some of the upper end Spydercos or Benchmades. I think I got this one for right around $200, so that's a pretty good buy for a limited production special knife with high quality components. So you can see the hopefully this is showing up in the camera, but the model number is 0551, Hinderer design, made in USA. Yeah, I got the serial number on there, and then the LMAX steel. So I like it. Let me know what you think. Thanks.